So it's 4:15. We're going to make a real early start today because we've had another slight change of plan. So when we were setting up camp yesterday, we could see the first of the two possible passes that we could use to get over to Chharka Bhot, and it didn't look too appetizing. It looks quite difficult to get to from here, and it looks quite steep and nasty, and we don't really know what's on the other side. It could be cliffs and things. There's no path on the map going over there. So we've had a good look at the map, and we're thinking what we're going to do today is completely skip Chharka Bhot and go to the place that we will be camping the next day, which is called Chap Chu, which looks easier to get to from here. Just kind of traversing around some hillside rather than going over a nasty pass. And that also means we skip a day, and it means we skip the day which had lots of nasty river crossings that had lots of warnings in the guidebook. So that's good, and hopefully if we make good enough time getting there, we can just power on the next day as well, do a day and a half kind of thing today, which will get us all the way to the next town, Do Trap, which is a large town, and we'll be able to resupply there and get some food, which was pretty essential because we are down to absolutely no food at all, which is really quite scary. I don't like being in the middle of the backcountry without any contingency food. So that's what we're trying to do today. We're going to start super early, probably start hiking by torchlight because it's still pitch dark outside, and hope for the best. I mean, there could be all sorts of problems. There could be cliffs when we get down to the river. We could not be able to get across the river at all. And we've still got a full day of hiking to get down to Do Trap, which could have other problems. There's other river crossings there that may or may not have bridges. So there's a million different variables, and we don't have any food left. So this is not the best situation to be in. And the bed.
What is this?
Well, that was a huge day we've had today. We started off hiking at 4:30, so pitch black, hiking by torchlight. We made our way around, just traversing around this scree slope of this mountain range that we hope would take us to Chap Chu, or rather the opposite side of the river to Chap Chu, which is where we needed to be. It worked. We found it in the end. We went all. It took us 5 hours. There was no paths or anything. No paths written on the map. No path really to speak of in the terrain. But we just followed the topo map really, and we found it in the end. And we made friends with a nice family of yak herders, who gave us made us tea, and they told us that the river is probably too dangerous to get across, but they told us we could go downstream a little bit to another place called Shinjin, where apparently the water is only sort of ankle deep. So they sent us off that way. Took us about 3 more hours to find Shinjin, and it was completely deserted. Nobody in Shinjin even though it looked like there was people there once, but nobody there. So and the water was even worse. I don't know why they said it was not as deep in Sinjin, but it was twice as bad. So we were just about to give up, and this guy appeared, and he was the friendliest, nicest guy, and he led us down the most perilous paths I've ever been on in my entire life. It's completely ridiculous, scary as hell, but in the end, after another 3 hours, we found this the next town along, which is called something or other, and Thinmer, and it has a bridge. So we have a bridge. It's going to get us across the river, and we've got probably a 6-hour hike to get back to the to Chap Chu, which is where we need to take the turn off to get to Do Trap. But it's a very nice path on the other side of the river. We were eyeing it as we walked down, and the whole thing is really nice. So, wow! So a big day today, and it's a bit awkward here. We're in this lady's house, and they've spent the last hour just sort of staring at us. It's a bit weird, but hopefully we're gonna stay overnight here, and she's gonna feed us.